Mike Adams.
Welcome back. Opening day of the Farm Progress Show in Decatur, Illinois. Big crowd with good weather, and we are broadcasting from the Case IH exhibit. Again, a reminder, right after we are done with our broadcast at the top of the hour, if you want to join us for some bonus coverage, you can at agritalk.com. We'll have AgriTalk online. And also at agritalk.com, you'll see the video of the DeKalb chopper that was unveiled here today, celebrating DeKalb's 100th anniversary. Paul Jr. from the TV show American Chopper designed that very unique motorcycle, and you can see the video of it on our website, agritalk.com. Well, we're going to switch from motorcycles. We're going to talk about the Patriot 4430 sprayer with Mark Burns, Marketing Manager, Application Equipment for Case IH North America. Mark, thank you for joining us. Tell us about the 4430 sprayer.
Well, the 4430 is really the next evolution in the Patriot family, building on the legacy that we built with the 1,200-gallon product size, but really taking it to the next level. We're implementing a brand new engine with this particular sprayer, not necessarily new to Case IH because it is the same engine that we've been using in Magnums, Steigers, and even in the Axial Flow Combine, now finding its home in the Patriot family. Taking an increase, in horsepower from 290 base horsepower up to 325. So we're seeing, the growth of the machine, all driven around productivity. And as was previously discussed with Leo, bringing it into that efficient power family, using that Tier 4A SCR technology, where we're actually allowing that engine to be tuned for power and for performance, but at the same time, we're burning less fuel doing it.
We're bringing a lot of the technology we see with other pieces of equipment to sprayers now.
Oh, absolutely. If you look at the world of application equipment and sprayers in general, they are probably one of the most complex, not necessarily from an operation standpoint, but the use of technology from maintaining the boom height over the crop or the canopy to using section control, so we're optimizing the use of the chemical, not spraying where we don't need to be. And then also from a guidance perspective, making sure that we're staying on a line, and covering the crop with minimal skips and overlaps.
Well, you have the efficiency issue that farmers are looking for, but also the environmental issues that you look at too. I mean, you want to make sure that, like you say, you're not using more than you should be, or you're not spraying where you don't want to be spraying. I mean, you're really working on a lot of different areas. You have a lot of different goals here when you take that sprayer out.
Well, that's correct. If you look at, and there's along, the big talk nowadays is Tier 4 emissions and the government regulations. But from a spraying perspective, we need to be good stewards of the land as well, and making sure that the food or the crop protection products that we're putting on get where they're intended to be and at the right rate with the right pressure, minimizing those off-target applications.
Okay, let's kind of break this down a little more. Again, we're talking about the Patriot 4430 sprayer. Tell us about the cab.
We've, with this particular model, getting an update in the cab as well. This particular machine shares its cab structure with our Steiger tractors. We just opened the door from the other side is really all. But what you see here is an enhancement in the overall interior space, now really being the largest cab used in the sprayer market. But along with that, not only an increase in legroom and operator comfort, but also more glass. We're taking and improving and enhancing that overall visibility, not only to the front, but to the sides and actually to the rear of the machine as well.
What about the tank?
As far as the tank goes, we're sticking with the legacy product here and using a 1,200-gallon stainless steel elliptical tank. They are equipped with full-length rinse and sparge tubes, so when we're done with the application, we're getting a good rinse, and being able to properly agitate as well.
Most years, a farmer is probably concerned about compaction, so you have to address that issue.
Compaction is a huge deal, making sure that when we're in the field, we're not disturbing the ground any more than we really have to, and creating the compaction issues that affect water percolation and everything else. Something that the tillage guys really love to talk about. But at the same time, in parts of North America this year, we had a severe wet spring. And spraying is all about being in the field at the right time. You can do a not so optimum job, but if you do it at the right time, the coverage is actually better than waiting a day or two, getting the proper coverage. And that's where really the Patriot family excels. By the design of the machine, putting the cab in the front and the engine in the back, we get that optimum weight split front to rear axle, so we're not rutting the soil and we're not disturbing it nearly as much as some of other designs.
And when you say Patriot family, that means you have options there, right?
We do. We actually, in today's lineup, have 3 different options. The 4430, which is our flagship machine, 120-foot boom, 1,200 gallons, and they come in 90-foot and 100-foot booms as well. But we have something to fit just about every application, 1,000-gallon machines, 800-gallon machines, a host of plumbing options from high rates down to the ultra-low rates for those low herbicide applications all the way up to liquid fertilizer.
So efficiency and horsepower, whether we're talking tractors or combines or sprayers, right?
That's right. We're looking to make sure that there's a finite window in which we can apply, and we want to make sure that we're able to do it at the right time and do the best job we can.
Great. Thanks, Mark.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Mike.
Mark Burns, Marketing Manager, Application Equipment for Case IH North America. Now we bring in Rob Zemenchik, Case IH Marketing Manager for Tillage Equipment. Want to talk about the Case IH NutriPlacer 930 and NutriTiller 950. Good to see you again.
Good to see you. Welcome.
Let's talk about tillage equipment.
Well, exhibiting here on the Case IH lot today is the new NutriPlacer products we're very proud to announce and to show in the public for the first time, and they are 14 years in the waiting, so we're very excited to bring this out today.
This is the place to do it. This is where new technology is launched at the Farm Progress Show. Let's break it down. What are you showing them that they've not seen before?
Well, if I had to sum it up, I would say that the toolbars we're showing today are commercial grade for that true high-speed, high-acreage producer who's looking to put on nitrogen in a timely fashion, in a consistent form that's going to be stable in the soil and do it in a trouble-free, reliable fashion.
Okay. Making fertilizer application easy. That's the name of the game, right?
Well, absolutely. We went to our customers and asked them, what would you do to change the current product offering we had? And they talked about, for example, hitches and hooking up. And that had to be faster, simpler, trouble-free. So we've incorporated a lot of poly and shim plates to make the sliding of the hitch assembly real easy, trouble-free. There's no kicking or yanking or banging. It all slides in nice and clicks right in place. Very easy to operate.
What about folding for transport when they're moving that equipment around?
Well, absolutely. That's a big concern because these toolbars go out to 65 feet wide, and yet we have to get inside or at or near the width of the tractor pulling it down the road. And we do that. It's a 7-section frame flex and a 5-section field flex. So we bring it in nice and tight for a transport package, and yet out in the field we're able to cover wide acreages at very productive rates.
So with this new equipment, will that new tillage equipment allow for faster ground speed?
Well, our ground speeds, what we find is right at about the 7-mile-an-hour range is about where we want to be running. You can bump it up a little faster in some conditions, but it's rated and approved for that because out that far it all has to be reliable and strong and consistent, and so the nitrogen has to seal as well, and we're comfortable with that ground speed.
We were talking actually on our broadcast yesterday about the importance of nitrogen management. That's something everyone is trying to really get a handle on, and this is a part of it.
Exactly right. We're going to stick with the tried and true shank-based nitrogen delivery system. There are other potential answers out there, but what we know is that according to university studies, the N losses through volatilization are at a minimum of around 1% 24 hours after application when you use the knife-based system. Alternative systems are much higher than that.
What about maintenance?
Well, our customers also told us make it, maintenance-free or as low as it can be, and so we've incorporated a lot of bushings and other areas where there's movement that they are now nylon or synthetic slip bushings, and we find they're 3 to 4 times more lubricative than even a greased pin traditional style bushing. So there's no crawling under tools to get to those, for example. All the coulters are now have dimpled shafts that force that pin to lock that coulter shaft in place. They don't drop and slip if you go over a bump, and that's just one less headache. So we're trying to simplify the tool, make it reliable and productive.
Yeah, they went low maintenance and they went a longer life for that equipment, right?
Oh, exactly. For example, the front pull hitch is half-inch thick wall. You know, we wanted to make that strong. So when we hook a 600 horsepower stagger up to it, there's no worries.
So we're talking about the NutriPlacer 930 and the NutriTiller 950 on display here at the Farm Progress Show?
Yes, they are.
So when people come to the Farm Progress Show and say, what's new? What can I see that's new? They come to Case IH, they'll see something new.
Exactly. The whole 900 series of application equipment from our Goodfield manufacturing facility is rolling out this year with its latest model line, and these are 2 more installments of that family, so very exciting.
So when we look at it, we're talking about flexibility, we're talking about durability, we're talking about low maintenance, we're talking about more accuracy in their fertilizer application. You're combining all those things.
That's exactly right, all the above.
All right. Good to see you again. Looks like it's going to be a busy show.
Oh yeah, we're excited.
And always good to have something new to show them, isn't it?
For sure, every year.
All right. Thanks, Rob. All right, that is Rob Zemenchik as we talk about the NutriPlacer 930 and NutriTiller 950, new from Case IH, as we broadcast from their exhibit here at the Farm Progress Show. Again, remember, stay with us right after our broadcast as we'll have bonus coverage, as we'll have AgriTalk online if you go to agritalk.com. All right, coming up next as we broadcast here from the Case IH exhibit at the Farm Progress Show, we are going to talk about Farmall B-Series compact tractors. That's coming up next. Stay with us. From Decatur, this is AgriTalk.
Good seeing you.